Suddenly, the stillness of Love Island USA's picturesque Fijian villa was shattered, not by a dramatic breakup or teary confessional, but by the electrifying presence of Thee Stallion. On June 20th, the rap queen descended onto the reality show with the kind of star power that doesn't just command attention, it transforms everything around it. Her entrance wasn't just a guest appearance, it was a full-blown cultural moment. In an era where celebrity cameos are often awkward or superficial, Megan turned her arrival into a statement, embodying both playful energy and powerful symbolism. Known for her unapologetic confidence and viral hot girl summer mantra, Megan didn't just show up, she took over. Wearing a dazzling neon bikini and sunglasses that could cut glass, she didn't need a stage or spotlight. The villa itself became her runway, her crowd, her kingdom. Producers had teased a special guest for days, but few expected this level of stardom to intersect so effortlessly with a dating show centered on beach bods and cocktail-fueled flirtations. And yet, Megan's presence felt like a natural extension of the show's chaotic, sun-drenched energy. What happened next wasn't just a party trick, it was a cultural collision. Immediately, Megan challenged the Islanders to a spontaneous twerking showdown, dividing the contestants into two groups, boys versus girls. What began as a cheeky dance challenge quickly morphed into a fierce battle of pride, rhythm, and charisma, with Megan acting as the judge, mentor, and hype woman all at once. The villa erupted into laughter, sweat, and swirling limbs as the beat dropped and egos collided. The female team emerged victorious, not just with bragging rights, but with bombshell privileges that sent two new contestants into the villa and turned the game on its head. Then came the surprise. Megan herself joined in for a sizzling lap dance scene, blurring the line between celebrity and cast member. It was outrageous. It was bold. It was pure Megan. And the cameras didn't miss a second of it. Social media exploded within minutes. Clips of the dance challenge hit millions of views before the episode even ended. Hashtags like #HotGirlIsland and #TwerkTakeover began trending globally. Fans and celebrities alike reposted her appearance, praising her for bringing life to a show that, up until now, had been more about love triangles than cultural relevance. But beneath the glamour and spectacle, there was something even more unexpected. Megan pulled Huda, one of the quieter contestants, aside for a deeply personal one-on-one in the iconic beach hut confessional. What could have been a throwaway moment turned into a poignant conversation about authenticity, emotional resilience, and what it means to show vulnerability in front of millions. Megan didn't lecture, she shared. She spoke from experience about being underestimated, about protecting your energy, about choosing self-love even when it's not the easiest option. For Huda, and for many viewers, this moment was the true heartbeat of Megan's visit. In an age where fame is often hollow and performative, Megan reminded everyone, loudly, confidently, and with stunning sincerity, that joy and depth can exist in the same breath, and that empowerment doesn't always arrive in silence. Sometimes it twerks its way through the door. However, not everyone was celebrating Thee Stallion's unexpected visit to Love Island USA. While the villa erupted in applause, and online fans hailed the episode as one of the show's most iconic moments, a deeper undercurrent of controversy began to rise, quietly at first, then surging into the spotlight like a wave breaking on Fiji's shores. Within hours of the episode airing, conservative commentators and parent advocacy groups lit up social media, accusing the show of sexualizing reality TV beyond reason, and using celebrity clout to normalize inappropriate behavior. The twerking contest, once praised as a playful, empowering act, was now under fire. Viral clips were reshared not just on fan pages, but on political forums with captions like, "This is what Hollywood thinks is suitable for your children." Megan, long familiar with this kind of backlash, became the focal point of a cultural tug-of-war between those who viewed her as a bold icon of freedom and those who labeled her a disruptive force in a supposedly wholesome franchise. Meanwhile, inside the villa, tensions subtly shifted. While most Islanders were thrilled by Megan's high-voltage energy and the drama she stirred up with her twerk-off and lap dance finale, some contestants reportedly felt overshadowed or even used as props for her star moment. Two male cast members, whose awkward dance moves during the challenge went viral for all the wrong reasons, were said to have expressed frustration off camera. "We signed up for love, not humiliation," one was overheard telling a producer, according to an anonymous crew leak. The incident sparked debates among the cast about authenticity, exploitation, and whether the line between reality TV and celebrity spectacle had been blurred beyond repair. Was this still their show, or had it become a stage for influencer theatrics? Even more divisive was Megan's heart-to-heart with Huda. While many viewers praised the moment for its sincerity, others accused it of being staged, rehearsed, or selectively edited. "That didn't feel raw, it felt packaged," wrote one viral tweet, echoing a growing sentiment that reality TV moments, no matter how touching, are rarely as real as they seem. Critics argued that even authenticity, when filtered through primetime lighting and editing rooms, can lose its impact. Eventually, the controversy surrounding Thee Stallion's appearance reached a fever pitch. Just 48 hours after the Love Island USA episode aired, hashtags like #Shutyear Cancel Love Island and #Shutyear Protect Our Kids began trending alongside #Shutyear Hot Girl Island and #Shutyear We Love Megan, turning the internet into a battleground of ideologies. Talk shows, YouTube reactors, and TikTok creators scrambled to weigh in, amplifying every angle of the discourse. Fox News dedicated an entire segment to what it called the degeneration of American entertainment, featuring Outrage panelists condemning the fusion of sexual performance and reality TV as an attack on traditional values. In contrast, outlets like Teen Vogue and Rolling Stone ran op-eds defending Megan as a feminist disruptor, arguing that her performance wasn't just dance, it was reclamation. "She's flipping the narrative," one headline read. "Megan doesn't twerk for men, she twerks for herself." Fueling the fire, conservative pundits began demanding action. Parents Television Council filed a formal complaint with the FCC, alleging that the network had failed to warn viewers adequately about explicit adult content. Simultaneously, a Change.org petition titled "Ban Megan Thee Stallion from Family Programming" surged past 50,000 signatures in under a day. The pressure mounted not only on the network, but on the show's sponsors, some of whom reportedly considered pulling their ads. Love Island USA, which had leaned into its sexy branding for years, suddenly found itself forced into defense mode. The show's producers issued a carefully worded statement. "We welcome bold voices and diverse perspectives, and we remain committed to showcasing real human connections and joy in all its forms." But the ambiguity of the message only intensified speculation. Meanwhile, Megan herself responded, not with a press conference, but with a live Instagram broadcast that drew over 1 million viewers in under 10 minutes. Standing in front of a sun-drenched beach backdrop, she addressed the controversy head-on. "Let me be real clear," she began. "If me dancing and making people smile is what's wrong with the world, then the world's got way bigger problems." Her words weren't defensive. They were unapologetic, powerful, and distinctly hers. She spoke about the importance of women owning their bodies, about the freedom to express joy without shame, and about how she'd spent years fighting against people who tried to silence her. "I went to that island to remind those girls they're powerful as hell. That ain't something I'm ever gonna apologize for." The reaction to her broadcast was immediate and seismic. Her fan base, known as the Hotties, mobilized across platforms, flooding sponsor pages with messages of support. Influencers posted duets defending her. Even some of her critics softened after seeing the clarity and sincerity of her message. "I may not agree with everything she does," one Twitter user wrote, "but damn, she stood up for herself like a queen." Megan didn't just weather the storm, she danced in the rain, turned backlash into empowerment, and redefined the rules of engagement for celebrity activism in the age of virality. In that moment, it was clear. This wasn't just a Love Island cameo, it was a cultural reckoning. Meanwhile, inside the villa, the effects of Megan's visit lingered long after the music faded. Huda, once overshadowed by louder personalities, began to emerge with newfound confidence. Viewers watched her take emotional risks she hadn't dared before, initiating vulnerable conversations, standing up for herself in group challenges, and, in one particularly touching scene, leading a guided meditation circle with the same self-assured tone Megan had used in their private talk. Her evolution became one of the season's most talked-about arcs, and fans directly credited Megan's influence for her transformation. Even contestants who had previously felt slighted by the spectacle began to reflect differently. In exit interviews, one male islander admitted, "Yeah, I felt awkward in the moment, but watching it back, she lit something in us. She showed us what it means to own your space." Outside the show, the entertainment industry took note. Megan received an invitation to keynote a summit on women in media, and articles began to frame her not just as a chart-topping artist, but as a pop culture disruptor with staying power. Her Love Island visit was no longer just a hot topic. It was a turning point. She had become a movement. For Megan, it was business as usual. When asked in a follow-up interview if she would do it all over again, she smiled and said, "I didn't go there to break rules. I just showed up, like I always do." Ultimately, Megan Thee Stallion's surprise visit to Love Island USA wasn't about shock value or spectacle, it was about visibility. It was about showing up in a space not traditionally built for her and claiming it joyfully, fiercely, without shrinking. And in doing so, she reminded viewers that power doesn't always come wrapped in silence and subtlety. Sometimes it arrives to a bass-heavy beat, demands a dance-off, hugs a stranger, and still finds time to speak life into someone who needed to be seen. That's not controversy. That's legacy.